Hey guys, my name is Olga and welcome back to my channel. And today we are gonna try two new palettes from Astra Make-Up Private Dream Collection, palette 3 and palette 4. This video is part 2, so if you're interested in these three palettes, I'm gonna leave a link somewhere here and of course in the description box. And yes, today we are gonna try palette 3 and palette 4. If you are interested in this brand, I suggest you ordering it directly from Italy because the prices are gonna be less. And if we compare prices to Amazon, they're insane. The palette costs around 16-17 euro on Amazon and I ordered it for 10 euro from Italy. I found two websites and of course I will leave the links in the description as well. And let's go. Of course, you're gonna see right now swatches. We are gonna do some looks and you're gonna see wear test and of course we are gonna discuss everything. Let's go. Palette 3, and here we have different textures. This guy is more like a topper, but it's dusty and flaky. That's life as usual. Prima eyeshadows. This one is more like a satin shade and it's more or less the same as in the palette 2. And same thing, guys, it's almost not visible and it's quite pigmented, so ideally you should apply it over something. And kind of metallic, but yes, it's dusty again. Today I want to dry wing, so yeah, dark shade, mid-tone shade, and probably we'll try to use this one for blending everything to skin, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe we will use it on the lower lid. Okay, let's start from the darker shade. It's kind of pink. And let's go. And as usual on this side, I'm not gonna have any primers. Blending, and you know what? It's a little bit kind of patchy. At least it seems like. Okay, blending. Move into lighter shades, starting from the crease, and it's a kind of a mix of pink and peach. Let's go. Okay, beautiful. And changing the brush, I don't have anything on it, and blending the shade into skin because actually it's quite pigmented. Mixing these two together, moving a little bit out, blending the edges. Now let's try some shimmers, starting from the golden, grabbing it on a flat brush. Yes, as I've told you, it's quite dusty. Starting from the outer corner, and it's gonna be my base for the peach one. Blending, moving, changing the side, and now let's try this topper. So dusty. Starting from the center. I can barely see the shade. Moving to the lower lid. And starting from the matte shade, adding it closer to the outer corner, right here. And blending it. It contains pink as well, actually. I thought that it's not. Blending the edges a little bit. Okay, great. Now, let's try light green. Don't expect much. Yeah. Okay. Adding it closer to the inner corner. Yeah, it's not that pigmented. But we can add light green in the waterline and it would look way better. Ideally, I would apply light green eyeliner and over this one because I mean It just doesn't make sense. Near the lash line, adding black pencil from Maybelline. In the inner corner, adding light pink highlighter. And yes, I know that it looks more like cool tone champagne. In the waterline, adding this beauty from Essence shade 32. Drawing a win using Natasha Denona. Finished look. My wins today are not that perfect. Sorry, it happens from time to time. And I like this lip combo. And let me tell you what I'm wearing currently on lips. Lip liner from Delilah in shade Naked and a lip gloss from Fenty Beauty in shade Fussy. And these two guys, I think that they look amazing together. Okay, my thoughts. The quality is not that stable at all. I like matte eyeshadows. They are stable, they're not dusty, easy to work with, but they are quite pigmented, easy to blend. Nice shades, but metallics, satin shade, they are not pigmented. Ideally, you should apply them over something in order to see the shade. This shade is so dusty. Damn, it's so dusty. Beautiful shimmers, but at the same time it has slightly visible base, but it's almost invisible actually on eyelid. So when you apply it over something, this shade is not visible at all. But yeah, we have some extra beautiful glitters. This shade seems quite okay, but again, it's so dusty and flakier, so be careful. In overall final looks, all looks, they look nicely, yeah, but it wasn't and it isn't. It's not that easy to work with shimmers because you have to take everything into account. Okay guys, now I'm gonna show you eye look closely and we'll see each other in the evening. I have my makeup on today around 12-13 hours, and now it's time to check everything. On this side, I haven't used an eyeshadow primer, and yes, eyeshadow creased right here and right here. And I would say quite badly. On this side, I've used an eyeshadow primer and everything looks way better. And take a look on this satin shade. I think that it's not that bright anymore. It wasn't bright, yes, but I think that it's kind of a little bit less visible. And it disappeared partially, especially right here. And I don't like this mascara from Pat McGrath. So yes, I used a mascara from Pat McGrath and just take a look. It's everywhere. 35 euro for this. Not worth it. Talking about the shimmers, we have extra glitters as a reminder. I can definitely see lots of right here and some right here. Last palette, and today I'm gonna do smoky eyes. And our star for today is gonna be the blue one. I will apply it on the upper lid in the center. But before, of course, we will try matte eyeshadows. We are gonna start from the darker shade. I'm gonna use it near the lash line. And for now, I'm applying it probably till here, so kind of till the middle of my upper lid. And then I will, till the crease, apply the lightest gray shade from the palette. Starting from the lash line, adding it. Beautiful, interesting shade, and it's not patchy. Lovely. And of course I will return to this shade a bit later on. Now moving to the light gray and applying it till the crease. And blending these two together. I'm gonna use this beauty for blending everything into skin. It's gonna be, first of all, my crease shade. And if you have cool undertone, the shade is quite nice. It's a kind of a mix of beige with gray. Starting from the crease, right here, and blending. And of course I'm gonna use a big fluffy brush, clear one, for blending the edges. It looks quite dark. Moving to the lower lid, gonna start from the light gray and we'll let it till the pupil. Here I'm gonna add shimmers. Now let's try some shimmers. Starting from the blue one. I'm gonna add it on the upper lid. It's quite pigmented actually. Especially if we compare it to some other shimmers from other palettes. Okay, applying it. Don't forget to blend the edges because this shade has visible base. Otherwise, it may look a bit kind of dirty. So blending the edge. I thought that it would be kind of brighter. I think that ideally you should apply it on something light or blue. And now I immediately have lots of fallout in the under area. Okay, happens. Now let's try other shimmers. I'm gonna start from this one. And I'm gonna add it on the lower lid. The white one I will add closer to the inner corner. This one like beige gray or something. Now adding the white one. By the way, white one looks bit like a topper, so you can apply it as a topper. And you know what? Let's try it. Yeah, we have extra small silver glitters here. So let's add it a little bit over the blue one. It's flaky and it's dusty. Okay. I don't really like what I have currently on my eyes. I do prefer matte eyeshadows from this palette, but I don't really like shimmers. Okay, moving to the black liner, adding it near the lash line, and of course right here in the waterline, adding bright blue. Back to the darker shade from the palette, adding it near the lash line right here. And you know what? I don't really like what I have currently in the inner corner. I'm gonna add it later. A little bit. It looks way too kind of simple, way too boring. Finished look. And let me tell you what I'm wearing currently on lips. Lip liner from Luxisa, shade 66, lipstick from Kika Milano in shade 1, Magnetic Nights, and a lip gloss from Charlotte Tilbury in shade Peach Plum. And as you can see, I'm wearing just my lashes and I use these two mascaras. I don't like. I don't like. Yes, final result looks more or less okay, but I don't like these shimmers. They look cheap. They just simply look cheap and a little bit outdated. They are flaky, they are dry, and they fall off while being applied. I had to clean this area, and it happens rarely, but today I had to. Talking about matte eyeshadows are okay, and it's quite easy to work with them. They are blendable, and even these two gray shades, they are okay. And you can blend them together and they look fine. But I don't like these shimmers. I don't like metallics from these palettes. They are outdated simply. You can find something way better and for more or less the same price. Looks a bit dirty, honestly. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna show you I look closely and we will see each other in the evening. I have my makeup on almost 12 hours and now it's time to check. On this side I haven't used an eyeshadow primer, on this side I've used it, and on this side everything looks way better, while here eyeshadows stay creased. Shimmers, they are everywhere. small silver glitters are here and right here. And partially they are from the beginning. And I still think that some fell off. I think so. Yeah, my eyeshadows are still okay. So glitters from these palettes and not really the greatest from the wearing point of view. You have to be careful with them. Time to discuss everything. And this time we start as well from the matte eyeshadows. Matte eyeshadows are perfect in these palettes. They are blendable, they are buildable, they are quite pigmented. Pigmentation is around average, even a little bit higher. And they are not dusty at all. And if we talk about all of these four palettes, matte eyeshadows are the best. Just simply the best. They are creamy, they are not dry, and they are perfect. And the quality is stable. But metallics, again, not the greatest. And again, the quality is not stable. Some metallics are better, some metallics are kind of worse. And we start from palette 3. And this palette is more kind of warm, I would say. It's a mix of pink with a bit of warmness. And we have again a beautiful kind of an interesting shade in this palette, but same thing as with palette 2. This shade, unfortunately, is not really the greatest. It's not really that pigmented. It's great having something interesting in the palette, but not this time. Okay, matte eyeshadows are discussed, closed, not into it. Metallics, unfortunately, this time we have two shades that are quite dusty. We start from the golden one, and golden one, it's a kind of a mix of basic metallic with extra glitters, and unfortunately, it's way too dry and way too flaky. And you have to be careful with this shade because it can fall off while wearing and it can fall off while being applied. Unfortunately, the quality is not really the greatest, this shade. I thought when I did swatches that I would like it because it's a kind of first of all, it's peachy and it's quite neutral peach. And second thing, it contains extra glitters and they are silver, kind of. And on swatches, the shade was amazing. The quality, again, is not really the greatest. It's flaky. And if you have tried this palette 2, the shade is the same. It's so flaky and dusty and dry, unfortunately. And again, this particular shade, it can fall off while being applied and it can fall off while wearing. And the last shade is this one. Unfortunately, the quality again is not the greatest, but at least it's not dry. It's a kind of a basic satin shade, but it's not pigmented. Ideally, you should apply it over something or nearby something bright and light green. Shade, color story. Shades are quite nice and beautiful, especially for summer. This one, it's a kind of a dark, I would say a mix of brown with dark pink, and it looks quite neutral. Interesting shade, and it looks definitely great, and it works perfectly with other shades. This beauty, it's peach with a bit of pink, lovely, and it's really more like peach, and it doesn't look orange. So yes, despite the fact that it's quite warm, it doesn't look orange on skin, and that's great. This one actually quite interesting as well. It's a mix of dark beige with pink undertone and with a bit of something warm in it, kind of with a bit of peach as well. This shade of neutral golden with extra silver glitters. This one peach with silver glitters, and this one light green. Palette, the color story is quite interesting and it may work even for some daily looks. And if you have more warm undertone as an option, you can wear this shade as a crease shade. This one is a darker shade, or you can even draw a wing using this shade, and you can apply this beauty all over your eyelid and it would work quite nicely. But don't forget that it's better to apply these flaky shades over something liquid or over something creamy, because otherwise they fall off. And our last palette from this line, shade 4. If you like doing smoky eyes, I think that this palette is quite nice. But I thought that it would be kind of more interesting at some point on eyelid. But yeah, I was a little bit disappointed with the look I did. And I think that it's mainly related to this metallic shade, because I thought that it would be darker, not even darker. I thought that it would be brighter on eyelid, but in reality it doesn't look that bright, and it falls off. And actually I think that that's the main reason why. If you apply it over something, it would be way better. Again, my eyeshadows are perfect. I don't have any questions. They are blendable, they are not dusty, they are not patchy, everything is okay. Metallics. This one, unfortunately, is dry, but I thought that I would like this shade because on swatches it looks more like a highlighter from Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb. It's like extra glitters, just, well, not extra, just simply glittery, and it doesn't have visible base. Glitters are silver, and that's quite nice, but unfortunately the shade is so flaky and dusty, and when you start applying it, you apply this kind of pieces and it doesn't look like Diamond Bomb. You can try to wear it, but you have to kind of do some tricks, unfortunately. This shade, I don't have any questions, it's okay. It's a beautiful satin, something between satin and metallic, and it's easy to work with it, and it's not dusty and it's not that dry as other shades. So unexpectedly, this shade is quite nice and the quality is nice. This beauty, dark blue, dusty. Again, dusty and quite flaky, and you have to be careful while applying it. And when you grab this product even on finger, you can see lots of different dedicated pieces, and again, they can easily fall off while wearing or while being applied. So ideally, you should apply it over something. Color story is quite interesting. Again, if you prefer doing some smoky eyes or wearing something dark, I think that this palette may work. Plus, we have a crease shade, and it's a beautiful, interesting shade. It's a kind of a mix of brown, light brown with gray. And at some point, it reminds me a little bit this shade, but this one looks more kind of, this one is lighter. I'm referring to palette 2. Let's do it like this. Okay, yeah, I think that it's visible. Here the shade is lighter, here the shade is darker, and you know what? Actually, you can mix this, you can wear these two guys together. And if we talk about gray shades, you can't really keep them as it is. You need something for blending these shades. It must be either something pink or either something brown. So here we have something brown with gray undertone, and that's great. And you can use the shade as a crease shade, and it's perfect, it's great. And if you have cool undertone, you can use the shade as a crease shade, as your basic crease shade. These beauty are quite nice, kind of neutral gray with a bit of blue, and this shade is definitely lighter than this one, and this one contains a bit blue as well. Unexpectedly, these two guys are not patchy, and I was kind of impressed by this. This one just simply silver, this one dark blue with extra purple and light lilac glitters. Yeah, it looks kind of complicated, but on eyelid, honestly, it's not really that visible. This one, brown with gray. Interesting, quite nice, might be used on eyelid as well. So from the color story point of view, this palette looks quite okay. And all these 4 palettes, you can take only one and you're kind of done, because you have matte eyeshadows, you can play a little bit with these matte eyeshadows, and you have different shimmers, different toppers. My top palettes, I think that the best one is palette number 1 from the quality point of view, because yes, we do have 2 shimmers that are kind of dusty, but at least one shimmer is perfect, and it's duochrome. Well, in other palettes, we don't really have duochromes anymore. And moreover, this duochrome is quite creamy if we compare it to other kind of toppers and duochromes from other palettes. I do like shade 2 as well. From the color story point of view, I think that it's a beautiful kind of palette for some daily looks. Of course, it's up to you to decide which one is yours, but I would say that I'm a little bit disappointed by the quality. I thought that this palette would be better, and I thought that metallics would be better. I don't have a single question to matte eyeshadows. Matte eyeshadows are just great. They're just perfect. But metallics could be better, could be way better. And knowing that, I don't know how much this palette costs in Italy, but paying for it 10 or 11 euro, it's like, I'm not sure whether it's worth it or not. Because of matte, maybe, okay, because of matte eyeshadows, I agree, makes sense. But because of metallics, it's more no than yes. So up to you to decide. So let me know down below what you think about these new palettes from Astra Makeup. Do you like them or no? And are you gonna buy any or no? I hope you enjoyed this video, and if yes, don't forget to put a thumbs up, and of course consider subscribing. I wish you a pleasant day, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.